Hello and welcome. You join us for Tom Clancy's The Division beta. I'm Reprobated Gamer, and today we're having a look at the Madison Field Hospital mission, which was one of the beta missions. I'm going to be joined in the mission today by my good friends Jester of 7 and Paulie number 1. I should note that they're good friends. We don't actually get to play games very often, so we haven't been a file team together since one of the Gears of War games. Gears of War 2? Gears of War 3 maybe? Anyway, let's get it. As you see, we've got straight into it. So I've come in, I've got the initial M4 that we start with. I've got the MP5. I believe all three of us have this same loadout. As I've only this is kind of my first mission at any point in the beta, so I'm coming in at the starting level 4. I have one skill available to me, which is the scan pulse, what they called it. Both Jester and Paulie have gone through both the story missions that were available on the beta. So they are kind of guiding me through, helping me start getting some skill points in, XP in, guiding me around to what I need to do in the game. With the plan that at some point over the weekend we are all able to get high enough and join the Dark Zone. For those of you who didn't get a chance to play the beta, the Division is a third-person cover shooter RPG, essentially. Works very similar to any of the other RPGs around at the minute. Certainly elements of Destiny in doing this. So even though you'll see us doing all the cover shooter mechanics, taking cover, aiming more damage with headshots, the enemies are all kind of bullet sponges. Because it's RPG trappings, it's about numbers and draining people's health rather than it being getting a good shot in. This is not about, although it's got realistic graphics and an aim towards realistic items, it follows the more fantastical side of RPGs in the enemies will have so much health attached to them. You give out so much damage per second, you will see DPS in your very clearly displayed in your options. So this is kind of more the skin and the overall mask it's portraying to you. If you go in expecting that of this game, that
it looks like they've got people upstairs.
It's not as realistic as perhaps it's trying to portray itself. You shouldn't go too far wrong. So you can see those ones are ammo boxes, fully stock you all, you get various other bags, boxes around the place. Hitting fire extinguishers of course makes you disorientated, and you'll see Jester tries that out a few times through. Yeah, but otherwise in terms of actually the gameplay, it plays as a standard third person cover shooter, so you can duck into cover. You can see where the A comes up, that allows you to kind of roadie run almost into a position. So my pulse went out there, so you can see we've got 4 enemies. That adds to our critical chance. The little radar on the top showing what direction they're coming in. And you get loot drops for people. So blue in these ones, that pale blue means it's more of a cosmetic item, so it's an item of clothing. And then white drops take up either basic level items or a cool little coat. So white drops are hello. Where they did. White drops are either supplies, so things like first aid kits, bullets, or low rate items. You'll then get green, blue, and you won't see them in this video, but you'll also have purple and yellow items. The red indicates you're there. It was marked on the HUD to tell me that I'm in the range of area of effect of a grenade. There we go. You won't see what the grenade is, but you know that's the area of effect. So in the case of this incendiary, you see there, or I'm in another grenade thing, and this is tear gas. So I'm disorientated, so it's all very blurry. Don't take a lot of damage from a tear gas grenade. Around. Bearing in mind this is kind of my first real encounter in this. I'm still getting my head around the controls a bit. I believe I had my cover switch set to toggle. I don't normally have it set that way. Duck out the way, you can dive into cover, you can go around it, you can vault over it, you can be mantle dive if you need to be. Blind fire. Ooh, the enemies will try and flank you, as this guy's doing here. So he's hit me for a lot of damage, and everyone else shooting me. So but once you're down, you got that whole red ring around you to get clear. You're able to move around. You can't really shoot, but it's easy enough for your fire teammates to revive you. I actually found this game to be a lot of fun. That thing. I know there were comments about the beta. Some were saying it wasn't a beta, it was a demo. Some were saying it was a stress test. The word that open beta wasn't the correct word to use. There you can see that's kind of an item window. So you get options on things like incendiary bullets, so your bullets will do more damage for time, or you can give yourself temporary buffs, like being able to do more damage to named enemies. Various things there. Those items you can also give to NPCs out in the streets. Some of them will say, oh, I need a bottle of water or a first aid kit or whatever. And giving them that item from your inventory. Well, normally in the beta at least we got you some XP and some cosmetic item. Occasionally you get something a bit more useful.
Word is that they've really trashed the place.
You can see there you got things, there's boxes and bags around the place.
We used to watch games there together.
Open it up, and there you can see that's an item drop, so it's pads. Those pads are actually slightly better than the ones I'm wearing at the minute.
But then I think about all the people
you go into the inventory, you can see the exclamation part there, and those are much better than the pads I'm currently wearing. You get critical hit damage, and once XP go up with it. There are emotes you can send to go around to people. So there you go, here's 6 of them. So you can do your jumping jacks, you can surrender, you can wave. Whoop, whoop, whoop. The green hit you see on those things is option on a first aid strike. I'm surrender. Okay, okay, easy. You can also have first aid kits. Able to D-pad quick press, and as you can see, you can be separated. Jester has gone up to the roof, hit the next checkpoint, and me and Paulie are still down here. At this point, laughing at him for going off on his own. He was going, haha, I've left you guys behind, and we're like, well, yep, you've left us behind. More for you. You have options on grenades, and I think there's like 6 different types of grenades. So you have frags, you can do. Sorry, we're just testing out the physics on the basketball to see what we can do with it.
You'll have to pass by some contaminated areas. There used to be plenty of sick people
rolls.
being treated there.
Disoriented, yeah. Fire extinguisher again.
Be careful.
I believe that fire extinguisher you saw in the lift falling down. So, thanks, Paulie. And of course, this one we're on the PvE instance. The Dark Zone, which will be the subject of another video later, is PvPvE. This is just box of a bag over here. Thank you, Paulie. You can see there it's a first aid kit, and I'm full of first aid kits, so I can't pick that up. I don't need to use a first aid kit because I'm already full on health. So grenades, yes, there's 6 different types of grenades. I don't use them very often to start with. Did take me a moment to sort out. I'll be quite honest, I kept wanting to hold the button that selects them rather than tapping it to equip it. So you have to equip your grenades first, and then you can throw it using your fire button. Which, to be fair, I got away with because I had a fire team. There you can see the pulse has gone out, and that's a foundation of threats. At this point, the other members of my fire team have got their health sprays, and they also have little small deployable gun turrets. The gun turrets do far less damage, but will nicely distract enemies. And I did find all the way through this that reload times seem to take forever for this one. I did seem to find an awful long bit of time. If you ran out of bullets, reload being just 1, 2, 3 seconds before reload. And I really spent my entire time wishing I could find a way to speed that up somewhat. I seem to spend a lot of my time reloading. To be fair, as you can see from my shots, I spend a lot of time not hitting the characters, so I'm doing sustained bursts. I should be just doing quick taps. But I did find that reload time to be... well, I suppose it's just because I'm a low level at this point.
Warning. Hostiles detected.
Okay. More guys coming in. This would be a good time for a grenade. There you go, just to prove that you can do the mantling action. So I'm watching me play back through this. I've noticed quite a few things, like I should have reloaded before I came too close to this encounter. And I'm not using my pulses anywhere near effectively. There you go, that's my level 5. I now have a second skill slot unlocked. So these same enemies with their caps and their hoodies. Very similar. Take the
The escort
gloves.
party's taking heavy fire from the roof. They can't move until you get up there and take down that gunner.
Yeah, I could have really put the skill slot in there. I'm not sure if I had another skill unlocked to put in at that point.
All yours, Agent.
There you go, that was a white item drop.
The way we came up. We've got an escort out of here if we can just keep it together.
Kendall's letting them all go. There's a monster closet. That's them out the way. Look at my items. So you've got a new mask. And each of the items you pick up obviously then has different items. As well as having a basic armour, you also have different skills attached to it, so it could increase damage on different types of weapons, or it could increase the XP drops, or yeah, all sorts of things. Here you go, and here's some of the items. Here's the clothes that you can pick up. So I don't have many there. Yeah, we're doing reasonably well. First time as a fire team, my first time this level. What I did also find in this one was I found you couldn't be too close to things. I get this ladder here, and I got this on various items all the way through. It seemed to be, you seem to have to get the right distance in order order to trigger something, whether you're picking up a loot drop or whether you're going up a ladder. Just particular item drops I find it just every once in a while. It didn't register because I was too close to the item I was trying to pick up or the button I wanted to press. So at this point, Jester's called me across because he said there's a box over here. I'm like, as you'll see, there was a box the other side, and I should have carried on where I was. But you know, he does meant to be guiding me here. I think at this point to have a look at my abilities because it keeps yelling at me to do something. So we have the option of the ballistic shield or the sticky bomb. The turret is still locked. But you know, we put the sticky bomb in. I am not entirely certain I used the sticky bomb at any point. But you know, it's one of the options that was there. You saw the ballistic shield was an option. Give you portable cover. Which I think might have some tactical uses, particularly if you go up and close. I like to get into people's faces with a shotgun. I'm more of a distance player in that regard. I'll take the mechanical pads. You can see here. There's another fire extinguisher. Listen about that fire extinguisher, guys. Come here. Friendly fire doesn't seem to be active in this game, by the way. Else I think I would have winged them at that point. I mean, there are some nice graphical effects in this one. Ooh, not that you're getting disorientated again, but that kind of your eyes having to adjust to it being light or dark outside. You can see here now if you're in a no respawn zone. So you can still go down in a no respawn zone. You just have to not. You have to make sure you get revived though. There we go. So fully stock on my weapons. I've got my sticky bomb, I've got my pulse, full amount of grenades. Whoa! There we go, 7 threats out there, and a helicopter. I believe the helicopter might be better than the grenades are possibly slightly unrealistic, you can see here, because I wasn't in that red circle and affected at all by the fact that the tear gas grenade has gone off right next to me. Yeah, there's a turret gun now to my left, and on the bottom of the stairs. See there, they will shoot away at the nearest enemy that triggers them. And then they will blow up and you need to wait for them to cool down. On that far end, that is a named bad guy. The fact they're named generally means they take more damage, inflict more damage. Generally, you know, they're an instance's boss, essentially. That pulse just in time to find all those other people there. I believe that's my fire team sending out a whole bunch of tear gas grenades. Slowed down all these people, and then there's an incendiary round gone in. The M4 I'm using, it does have a few mods actually attached to it, so it does have like a 2% zoom increase, so I think I am actually slightly zoomed at this point. It's got a silencer which does something to do about reducing the threat, although that was not a mechanic that ever had any real meaning in terms of what we were doing. I can't remember if I've got anything else, any other mods active on this weapon. Ooh, I get quite shot there by boss. Probably I should. Then even if you try to restock, it still doesn't stock up the magazines. So I really should have done at this point long since was reloaded both my weapons. Otherwise I come to this point I've got no bullets in either gun now and I'm just being nasty. So at this point Paulie's noticed that my health's down, so Jester's now having to run around to the side. Basically shoot at me and fire health at my position. Which was, I found, a nice little... I actually found we thought it was quite fun, being able to kind of shoot health at your teammates. Considering I got first aid packs, I really should be using the first aid pack at this point. Or, and again, I should have been reloading my other weapon, because I am fighting using a submachine gun to do a distance shot. Possibly what I should have been doing at that point. Though again, Jester's now going to have to run off and grab me. But it's also good to know that you can actually vault over things. So I can duck myself down out of cover. Paulie's gone forward to try and distract the boss. Jester gets another revive on me. Notice the revive will only give you one bit of health. So
And all staff accounted for.
well done, Paulie.
No casualties.
Covering us while I was basically cannon fodder at that point.
But I think we make a hell of a team anyway. When you get back to the base, we'll talk to Candle and we'll see what she can do for us.
And you can see the various loot drops that are available. Pretty much all in the white colour. There's no other particular colours kicking around at this stage. And yeah, so that was the Madison Field Hospital level on Tom Clancy's The Division in the beta. Where this will come in the actual game, we will have to wait until early to mid-March to find out. So while we wait for that Paulie restock, just in case anything else comes along. Yo, over here. I salute the pair of you. Thank you very much. And we're going to push on through. Just get ourselves out of the hospital. And again, you have this thing where you can complete the mission in an area, but it won't actually trigger as complete until you've left the area you're in. So you do have this little kind of dead space after a mission's complete. There you go, we show the abseil there. Pretty much the ropes are always in place and you just pretty much abseil. It is possible, and you ascend as well. Whatever we're using these ones, they do seem to be pretty damn. They've got little motors in them, so you can go as fast as you need to. And here we go, we've pretty much come back in. Almost right where we started. Again, see there's a little med kit, which I don't need to use. That's brought us back to the beginning. We can head on out now. It's the guys that bust the door with us. I've just waited here still. The new objective kicks in. Right. Thank you all very much for watching. I've been Retro Gamer, and we shall see you next time. Bye for now.